We are here at Total Motor Werkes in Aurora, Ontario, where they build badass German stuff. But today, we're working on Ken's FD RX7. Last episode, we showed you a complete rewire using Racepack's SmartWire system. So we vanquished all those electrical gremlins, and it's finally time to tune this sucker to make some real jam with Sasha from On Point using a Haltech Platinum Sport 2000.
What are your expectations today?
The Tinder button?
That makes all the girls come to the yard.
Aside from using the Tinder button on the dyno, what are your expectations today?
Let's be realistic here. I would just be happy if I don't need to use this in the event of the engine kind of blowing up, but I think I'd be happy with like 350. I don't know, last time I think it made like 4.
Wow, okay. Those are expectations that are a little low, DP.
Ken is being a, how would we put it politely, a giant vagina? No, I can't say that on the internet, can I?
You certainly can.
Ken is being very nervous is what he's being. He's worried because he may have had a small issue with pressurizing the oil system on his car, and now he thinks the turbo is going to blow up on him.
No chance.
It's all good. It's all good.
If anything, the rotor blows up.
Yeah,
not the turbo.
yeah.
Come on, we all know
Ken
that.
just wants the engine to be running at the end of the session. I want it to be making like, 800 at the wheel at least, right?
Yeah, well, maybe I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit lower than that, but
2 hours. How much jam can you make in 2 hours, buddy?
Ken's put a lot of time and effort into this car, so I think we're all going to be happy if it runs well, makes some good power.
And drives out with its own power.
That's right.
Doesn't puke its guts all over the floor, and makes 450 at the wheel. It's got to
Too
be
much.
400?
365
365 at the wheel?
I'm happy.
at 18 PSI.
There was indeed some smoke coming from the turbo, which had us all a bit nervous at first, but it turned out to be superficial and cleared up quickly, which meant Sasha could work his magic tuning the Haltech. Since there were no existing maps to go off of, Sasha had to start from scratch and build out all the tables, which meant loading the engine at different RPMs. And let me tell you, the sound of a rotary at full throttle being held at 5,000 RPM is a world of hurt on the eardrums. Unfortunately, we ran into our first problem. The TPS wasn't responding, which would affect partial throttle tuning, but Sasha continued on and focused on dialing in a full throttle tune. When it came time to rip the 13B rotary to an astronomical 9,000 RPM, the whole building shook and I could literally feel the pulses through my body. It was that loud. And just when we start making progress, another snag meant we'd be wrapping up this dyno session earlier than expected.
All right, Sasha, our session has come to a premature end because...
Seems like we got no boost control.
That's right, no boost control. And that is...
so we've got a good solenoid there, but we just we're not getting a trigger from the ECU. So we're suspecting we might have the pinning wrong or something, and we've just run out of time to move those wires around.
That's right, and that's how it goes with dyno tuning.
Sometimes how it goes. Sometimes you run out of time.
And what about the Haltech?
The Haltech is good. It's been my ECU of choice for a while.
Oh,
When
okay.
you're kind of on a budget, it's a good unit. We raced with them for a couple years with the Hyundai program, and they work well for us. So easy to tune. They work. They do what they're told. So
Good.
good boxes. Yeah.
Well, that's excellent to know. So we will be back soon then.
Make some
Take
more
2
jam.
on this.
All right.
Thanks,
Pete.
In case you're wondering where we ended up, with wastegate boost pressure at 14 PSI, the turbo rotary belted out 301 wheel horsepower and 250 foot-pounds of torque.
that wraps up the old dyno tuning session. However, it wasn't perfect.
Wasn't a complete success, wasn't a failure though.
That's right, that's right.
It is what
We've got
it
a
is.
rotor that runs, it makes power, it just doesn't make enough boost for the power that we want it to make.
Yeah, exactly. And who needs power?
That's
I need
right.
to learn the car anyway.
Yeah,
Sort it
there
out.
you go.
Yeah.
So
Come
we're all good.
We're all good. Come spring, boost goes up, smiles go up.
That's right. So in the meantime, we're gonna try to do a track test with this coming up real soon before winter hits, because it already feels like it's coming.
That's right.
So stay tuned, and as always, subscribe to our channel, check out our website, and like us on Facebook and Instagram.
But before I sign off, here's some more rotary goodness for you all to enjoy. The rotary, so loud and dirty. I could never own one. I'm such a gentleman. These guys, on the other hand,